What's up, everyone? It's Carlos with Toy Gigante. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Iron Ken 3000, for the shout out. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. We are going to make a classified series scale HISS tank because a lot of people are, like myself, are into classified, and we need some vehicles. I missed out on the HasLab HISS tank, but that's okay because I'm gonna make my own. And let me clarify a few things first. This HISS tank that I'm building will be very similar to this HISS tank because the one I'm building, for simplicity, will not have rolling tracks. It's gonna be like this one, this design. It will be very simple, so I can try to mold and cast it. And I've never done anything that big in resin. I've only done smaller things. So this is going to be a challenge for me to figure out how to do it. And I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited as well. So, like I said, it's going to be about 5 to 6 pieces. And that's how I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to start out with this area right here, the front area, and move my way back, and then do the treads and this piece right here, the cannons around the end. But I'm gonna focus here because I want to make sure that our driver has somewhere to sit, and it's gonna have enough room for the driver. We don't want anything too small. So let's see what I've done here. I'm gonna show you. I've done a little bit of measuring, and this is my rough template, and this is what I'm going by. I looked at the toy, and he's gonna sit like this. You just got to best thing to do is grab the vehicle and just kind of study it. I admit I eyeball a lot of things. Made my template. Now, I want to also say that my HISS tank is going to be different. So don't worry, like if you make one, I wouldn't worry too much about accuracy. I would just do your own thing. So let's get started. I'm going to put this on the table, and I'm going to cut out some pieces. Okay, now here's my first styrene piece. Cut it out, and I'm using this drawing as a guide. So now what I'm going to do is cut out another piece for the other side. So you know, I'll be using this product right here, the Plastrut 1.5 millimeter styrene. It's a good thickness, and it works for me for this project. And I'll be using various types of styrene throughout the project, but that one's pretty good. Using some painter's tape, I taped both pieces together, and I'm going to sand them at the same time, and that way I get the exact same size on both sides. Because I don't want uneven sides, I want it to be perfect, so that's why I did this. Alright, I wore a mask, and I don't want to breathe in any of this styrene dust, and all I did was carefully sand it, and now we should have perfect sides, because I do not want, like I said, these sides to be different. I want this thing to be as perfect as I can. Even though it's handmade, I want it to look as factory as possible. So now that we have the pieces, these side pieces, took a look at them, and now what I want to make is this piece right here. So what I'm gonna do is put my soldier down, and like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I think around this wide, about 4 inches in the front and about 5 in the back should do it, and that looks good to me. So now I'm going to cut 4-inch piece of styrene to look like this piece right here, the front. Okay, the piece is done. Now this takes a while. I just want everyone to know, and especially if you're going to get straight lines, this is going to take some time. So don't get discouraged. Take your time and be careful with the X-Acto blades because they are very sharp, and I have gotten stitches in the past, so be careful. Now it's starting to take shape slowly. Alright, we're getting that front end. And now, so I can have a way to glue everything down, I need a back end right here. So I'm going to measure out about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches. Get some styrene cut, and then I'm going to make the back area. I have made my back area, and I added some L-shaped styrene right here on the sides, because what I wanted to start doing is start gluing the pieces, and I'm going to start beefing up everything so that it doesn't fall apart. So what you're looking at right now is the front end of the HISS tank, and from what you can see, this is going to be a very large piece already. I can tell already. Now that I have this piece, I went ahead and cut a piece for the bottom because I want to glue everything down. So it's taking shape, and the reason I have a hole right there is because he's going to sit down and he's going to be sunk in a little bit like that. Let me try to glue everything down and I'll show you what I mean. We have a nice and sturdy piece now. I went ahead and added some styrene here. And inside I did, when I glue my styrene, I like to add some strength. So what I do is I have some flat styrene rods and I glue them on. And I have some tubing as well. And I glue it to the side because I want some strength, as you can see, all around. Now I also I added a little piece of styrene in here to make that area. Added this piece. And what I'm going to do now is, because I do want to mold and cast this piece, and because I do not want any silicone to get inside, I'm going to use this clay that I've had for many years, and I'm going to put clay inside all the areas, inside here and inside here, wherever I can, because when I do a mold, when I make a mold, like I said, I don't want any silicone to get in there, because I want a nice piece with no holes, and there are little holes in there where it could easily get silicone in there, and then we have a big problem. I also made these pieces right here, which I have to glue down. I'm going to do that in a moment, and then we'll be getting to a point where we'll have most of this area done, and then I'm going to call it a day. Okay, there's some clay in there, and it doesn't matter what it looks like, because all I'm trying to do is make it so there is no holes, nothing to get through the piece. I want a solid, and I mean solid piece. So I'm starting right there. Okay, I'm gonna stop for today. Got a lot done. This actually took about a couple of hours. It's a huge difference. And I want you to know that I've been doing this for about 10 years, the styrene builds. Over 10 years, a little bit over 10 years. And every now and then I myself have trouble with certain things, and sometimes you might measure perfectly, but little things are off, and then you have to go remeasure things again. So I just want you to know, don't get frustrated. A lot of the mistakes that you make with styrene can be fixed, and a lot of little things that I've already messed up on this, I've been able to fix already. So just saying. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. I'm gonna off camera, I might do a little bit more here inside just to save some time. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We've got a long way to go, but before you know it, we'll have a classified HISS tank, and gonna try to mold and cast it, and we'll see what's gonna happen with that. I'll do my best. Thank you, and I'll talk to you later.